The Colorado Rocky Mountains are waking up after a long and snowy winter, but I want to climb up above 13,000 feet. And I brought, I think, the best truck for this. It's the best truck that Ford makes for midsize, Ford Ranger Raptor.
I'd argue it's one of the best trucks, period, but I brought a better one. That's right, I brought the brand spanking new GMC Canyon AT4X AEV edition, and we're gonna go hit this hill together.
But part of this trail, this is Argentine Pass, is snowed in. It's very rocky and it's also wet.
It sounds even better to me.
I do have to chase him. So try.
Wait.
It's only a 1,000-foot drop. You're not kidding. Nice. Put your seatbelt back on, son.
Nathan, the side-by-side that just went by, he turned around.
I wonder why.
Is it snowed in up there?
A little bit.
Yeah,
like
so
right around
like
the corner.
right there where you can see that.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't really get up that.
No?
I mean,
Because it's kind of sideways slope, right?
it's slope.
Aren't you gonna make fun of her for wearing an LA Dodgers hat?
No.
Rockies fan. Okay, so I guess we're still gonna go up there a little bit.
We are. Did you bring your shovel?
No, but I brought an intern.
Well, because Roman will bury me if I destroy his Ranger Raptor.
Okay, so much the better to destroy the GMC then?
No, it belongs to GMC. I don't want to destroy that either.
All right, so let's talk about engines.
I know there are a lot of hoses underneath the hood of the Ranger Raptor, but I think this is a gem of an engine. It's 3-liter V6 high output twin turbo, 405 horsepower, which is a lot for a midsize truck, and 430 pound-feet of torque. And it also has a 10-speed automatic and dual lockers. It's got a lot of gear, 4-low, of course.
Of course. Now, is this the same powertrain that's essentially in the Bronco Raptor?
Yes, it is. Except it makes a tiny bit less power than in the Bronco Raptor, but this truck is also lighter than the Bronco Raptor.
I see. That is one clean engine bay, my friend.
Well, this is a brand new AT4X AEV.
Yeah, but it also doesn't have a million wires running around there. So powertrain is 4-cylinder turbo, am I correct?
Yeah, it's a 2.7 liter. Basically, it's identical engine to what I have in my Trail Boss.
Okay.
310 horsepower, and coincidentally, the same torque, 430 pound-feet of it.
Okay. Another question though. Transmission, is it an 8-speed?
Yeah.
But this has 3 lockers, am I correct?
Well, you are triple locked, kind of like I am in the Ranger.
And you know what else?
What?
Both of these vehicles, which are ridiculously expensive, don't have little struts for the hoods. Can you believe that?
Sticks?
Yeah, what the hell?
Sticks.
Howdy folks, Nathan here to talk to you for just one moment about therapy. Yes, I'm serious, therapy. Look, there are plenty of people in my life who have experienced fantastic benefits from therapy. It's helped them get through relationship issues, sort through personal problems at work, and bring a new, healthier attitude to their lives. Guys, therapy works. I've seen it again and again. And I'm sure you have as well. So if you're struggling with your own challenges, why go it alone? You owe it to your mental health and the health of your relationships to give therapy a try. This is where today's video sponsor, BetterHelp, comes in. BetterHelp is an easy way to find support and unbiased advice from a licensed therapist, all from the comfort of your home. Here's how it works. Go to their site using our special link, betterhelp.com/TFLoffroad. Answer a few questions, and BetterHelp will connect you to a therapist, usually within 48 hours, who has assisted others in the same situation you're dealing with. You can talk with your therapist on phone or video chat, or even use messaging. It's discreet, it's easy. Look, you owe it to your mental health to give it a shot. Let BetterHelp connect you with a therapist who will listen to you and help. Visit betterhelp.com/TFLoffroad or choose TFL Offroad during sign up and enjoy a special discount on your first month of therapy. Those, my friends, are the GSSV Multimatic shock absorbers. They are built to be used on multiple terrains, and they are self-adjusting, meaning that unlike Andre's system, you do not require input in order to tell it, I need you to do something else. It just knows. It knows based on its spool valve setting. Now, here's the important part. This is the same type of technology used in Formula One. And while that may not matter off-road, what does matter is that these are proven to be very robust and reliable with constant use and abuse.
What you're looking at here is coilovers on the rear axle of my Ranger Raptor. Yep, coilovers, kind of a unique design. There's also a Watts link arrangement in the back, and these are adjustable. So I can be in the cab, I can hit a mode button, or I can do a selection on my suspension, and I can control how stiff or how firm that suspension is, and it also adjusts in real time. I really like this setup. Yep, that right there is the Watts link, and it was developed in Michigan and Australia. Right, Nathan?
That's right, brah.
And also, I have my spare tire in the proper place underneath the bed. That's where a truck spare tire should be.
Nathan, I see an opportunity here. We can exercise our Baja modes Colorado style.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. I've already put mine in Baja mode. It was just cranking over 2 notches. Here's an interesting thing. I'm still in 4 low, but it let me go into Baja mode. What about you?
My Raptor asks to be in 4 high in Baja mode, but I have live adjustable shocks, which means Baja mode controls my exhaust valves, my shocks, and a lot of other things.
Yeah, mine's not like that.
All right, well, I'm gonna try to chase you. How about you lead?
Okay, well, this path is fair enough for it, and then we'll stop before we hit the really dangerous stuff. How about that?
The original F-150 Raptor went to market in... I do have to chase him.
Interesting, so it's allowing a little bit of wheel spin, I think a little bit more than normal. In addition, I have the tires are down a bit, that's making a big difference on these.
The whole machine just changed its character. The transmission is holding gears a little bit longer. Wow, it's dusty. I don't know if I could stay up with him. I'm gonna let the dust settle.
It's a kick. May have grabbed a little bit of air there, and he won't be able to see because he's in the dust. Sorry, Andre.
For this faster running mode, I just feel like the truck kind of wakes up. How's your truck feeling?
I gotta say, airing down just a little bit really made a big difference. And acceleration's a little bit on the slower side than I expected. It's definitely not like yours.
Don't you wish you had a big V6 with 2 turbos?
That depends on your perspective now, doesn't it? But yeah, I kind of do. These Goodyear Wrangler Territory MTs are 315 70R17 tires. This is basically 35-inch tires. Now, they have so far worked really well once I aired down with them. Prior to that, they were showing some issues with really getting some grip on some soft rock that had some light sand on it. So it's kind of a mixed bag. On the highway, they've proven to be pretty good, not very loud, and essentially no different in my mind than smaller tires on the regular AT4X. However, when you get this package, the AEV package, you get these huge tires, meaning that one of them cannot fit underneath, meaning the spare tire. Where do you put it? You put it back there. And you know what happens when you do that? Oh, it looks awesome. But you know what else? You can't see out the back at all. Yes, you can use the cameras, but the cameras, frankly, compared to being able to look through a mirror or more importantly over your shoulder off-road, it sucks.
On the Ranger Raptor, I have BF Goodrich All-Terrain KO3. KO3 is an all-new generation. You could see it right here. And the Ranger Raptor is the first factory truck with this tire from the factory. It's mud and snow, snowflake rated, so it's a pretty versatile tire. And on the highway, it's really wonderful. And I'll see how it works out here in the rocks and the snow as well.
It's an LT 285 70 R17. And although I kind of like this wheel design, I wish, Roman, when we were selecting this truck for the company, we could have chosen a beadlock capable wheel. We did not. That's why I'm kind of jealous of Nathan's wheels, which are kind of beefy looking, and it's also a beadlock capable situation where you can convert it to a really low air pressure beadlock.
One of the things a lot of you guys ask about is whether or not we air down, and we do sometimes. This situation, I think, calls for it. But General Motors has an interesting little system here about airing down. Air down mode. Now check this out. I go to air down mode, and I preset it, but this is where it started, 36, and we think we're going to drop down to 30. That'll give me a little bit more grip and possibly a better ride, but the ride is secondary. Really, it's about grip. We don't want to go too low because we have to get this thing back onto city streets because
And go home.
Yeah, we were stupid enough not to bring air up here. Andre's going to start letting the air out of the tires.
Oh, really?
Yes, you are. And you'll see what happens when we get to 30. So let's start. Okay, hit start. The horn will honk when each tire reaches the set target pressure. Now what I'm going to do, because I'm going to... No, sorry, that was me.
What? That scared me. In my Ranger Raptor, these are my tire pressures, and they're quite high, 44 to 46 psi. But I'm not going to air down quite as much as Nathan did because my tire is a 33, not a 35 like his. And this is going to be a tough trail, and I don't want to lose a lot of ground clearance. But I still want a little bit more comfortable ride. I'm a little flatulent today. Sorry about that. All right, dude, so we're gonna set the benchmark using my Ranger Raptor,
Oh, okay.
okay?
So a couple things,
Yeah.
right? We're going on terrain that we're a little unfamiliar with right now because, well, we frankly haven't been up here in a long time.
This is like the first day of the season. Really.
Right. So we have this snowbank that's coming up, and it's possible that it may not only be a snowbank, but a frozen snowbank. If that's the case, and if it's off at an angle, we literally cannot go up there because we'll slide down the hill. Are you saying chicken? Okay. You go ahead and do it. I'm going to hop out when you do.
Well, actually, I may need
It's
your help.
sloped down that hill for crying out.
I may need your help to spot me.
I'll happily spot you.
Okay. But before we get to the snowy, really dangerous area, we may have to cross some water
Yeah.
and also hopefully crawl over some rocks.
Yeah, baby.
So-
Piece of cake.
But dude, I'm super happy. I remember several years ago we were here in the fall. It was gorgeous, and it's still gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a different type of pretty. I gotta say, coming up here is absolutely awesome. Yeah, a little tiny water crossing, no big deal.
There's more. So by the way, so this trail, like I said, you know, it's first day of the season. It's like mid-June.
Yeah.
And the snow is still melting, and there's a lot of snow everywhere. And the bushes are starting to grow. So if you had a big truck, let's say an F-150 Raptor or a Hummer EV,
Just a regular F-150 at this point.
yeah, you'll get some pinstripes potentially.
Yes.
Because the bushes are encroaching.
And they're
But-
pretty strong bushes, too.
Yeah. And even though the Ranger Raptor is wider than the regular Ranger by a few inches, maybe like 3 or 4 inches, it's still a mid-sized truck.
That's exactly my point I made earlier in the GMC, which is, by the way, why on these trails, I'm much happier in a mid-sized truck. There are a couple parts that get really narrow, and it's a lot easier in a smaller truck.
Yeah. Let me use my cameras. Oh, look.
Yeah, all right. So through the water we go. Later on, we're going to deposit the intern in there, right?
Okay. So we have a slight rock crawl coming up. So let's tackle this.
Yes, and we have wet tires, which is great.
Okay. And hopefully I have enough skid plates underneath my belly.
A little skid.
Okay.
This thing's not struggling.
So far, so good. All right.
It didn't care.
No, and that's the beauty of dual locked and actually tires that are grippy.
Yeah.
But it is a little bit tossy.
Yeah, I'm being tossed a bit. What special shock mode do you have it in, or fox mode?
Off-road mode.
Yeah, but an off-road mode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nathan? I'm seeing a snowbank.
Yep.
That was created over months of wind, snowfall, avalanches. I see it. Do you see it?
Yes, I do. And what I'm also seeing is that there is a dry patch on the side. That's a benefit. Unless, of course, we get too much of an angle and then it would dig in the wheels and we could possibly tumble over. But that's not the part that I think is concerning. The concerning part is this side, where it's thick snow and possibly ice. So I guess we'll have to find out.
Well, let me try my snow traction just for a tiny bit.
Okay, half your snow traction.
Yes. I don't want to slide down the mountain, right? That's an issue.
Yes.
And also, I don't want to get bogged down, even though we have tow straps and supporting equipment. All right, I'm going to have to stay on the trail. By the way, we're in the tundra area, right?
Yeah.
And staying on trail is crucial because there's very sensitive vegetation, land.
Says the man who's plowing right into the vegetation and land.
No, dude, that's part of the trail. There's snow here.
Yeah, and we just turned up the hill.
All right, I'm going to give it one more shot.
That snow and ice makes it so easy. The chicken sound no longer really sounds chicken. It's a wise duck I am.
You are a duck.
It works on so many levels. I do quack a lot. And... Hey, dude, we made it 3 feet. 3 feet!
Do you want me to keep plowing and hitting and hitting?
You can, but we're not going to go much further. Because what you're doing is you're pushing up all that very heavy, icy snow, and it's just creating a big wall.
I need to settle myself down.
Yeah.
It's impassable. Plus, up there it gets worse.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna have to tackle a rock crawl section somewhere else.
Which, fortunately, there are plenty of places to do it.
All right, so now it's up to you, my friend, to try this out.
Yeah.
Can you believe that this year you could go to a dealership and walk out, drive out into a mid-sized truck with 35s, dual lockers, and underbody gigantic skid plates, all in one?
Yes. And I absolutely adore what this thing can do. Obviously, the price is incredible. However, I was kind of thinking about it and how much it would cost to get, let's say, a regular pickup truck, add lockers to it, steel and everything else, and it would still climb in price, but nonetheless, this thing is really pricey, and I cannot stand that rear tire, dude. That thing is blocking my view completely, and it's driving me crazy off-road. That would be the first thing I get rid of if I ever bought something like this.
Well, you could always,
And down up to the roof.
Yeah, unscrew it, do another solution.
Yes, I would definitely do a different solution.
Well, you know what? These shocks actually are feeling pretty good.
So far, yeah, they are.
Not a lot of head toss.
No, it's. I think it's a little less tossy than the Ford, but we'll find out in a minute once we go through the water. There we go. All right, now I got cameras, like way more than you. So I'm gonna go to
your underbody. I can see dripping suspension. Your suspension is dripping.
Let me see if this is the better view for that.
Ooh, front and rear.
Okay,
I like that.
Let's see what happens.
And I don't think you even need my spot because you could see the tires.
Kind of. Okay.
All right. So I think you're taking the same line I took.
Pretty much now. My tire's now on the rock. You can see that. Yeah. That's cool.
That is cool.
Okay, I'm up on it and over it. And then you can see it coming to the rear tire. I don't know if I should be paying attention more to this or this.
Well, it's like a virtual world, but we're in the real world too.
Yeah. Okay,
that is cool.
Just like the Ford, it didn't really care though. But at least I got to use this gizmo, and I do. It's a fun gizmo.
Yeah, the gizmo, of course, flattens the terrain, right? Because it's a single camera.
Yes.
But you can kind of still see your clearances a little bit, so that's kind of good.
I would imagine that if I was really worried about going over a really sharp rock, like Razor Rocks and some of the other stuff, the Razorback and all that stuff that we've done in the past.
Yes.
This might be a little useful. Otherwise, it's a total gimmick, but it's cool. Cool makes a difference.
All right, I want to see you plow through the snow. You have 12 million inches of ground clearance?
I think it's 12.3, although I did air down, 12.2, and I aired down a little bit.
Okay, so maybe you're just high 11s.
Yeah, well, maybe 12. Well, then again, my big butt's in here. And
my button is in here too.
So, let's see, that's where you went.
Yeah.
What if I just accelerate right here and go?
And go 100 miles an hour? Wait.
The butt went sideways.
Yes.
Just like yours.
And that's dangerous.
Thank you for pointing that out. It is a little dangerous when I'm pointed down a hill. It's only a 1,000-foot drop. You're not getting that. Put your seatbelt back on, son. Backing out.
No, I want to get a very precise video of you trying it again. No, I just want to see your wheel spinning. That's all.
Okay. Go on
So can you straighten yourself out? Is that?
I'll do that,
possible?
but
Okay.
you got to decide whether or not you're going to be on the side of me.
That's a lot of snow.
It is, and that's why I was worried about you getting out.
Okay.
What a maniac. We're going to die. Do you want me to hit my front locker? I still haven't turned it on.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
And just show a tiny bit of spinach.
Yes, sir.
Spinach, you know? Wow, that's a lot of snow. He was pushing a lot of snow there.
That's it. It's locked.
Okay.
It even locked in reverse. That's cool. I don't know. I just never tried it, so that's why I was a little surprised. Okay. Shall we? I would have kept going if you weren't in front of me.
But I thought you were going to be stuck.
What a Poindexter. Seriously.
You want to try it again?
Yeah, see, now I'm going to move sideways. Because acceleration's your friend. I don't think it's gonna start swinging out more.
Your tire's coming out, dude.
Yeah.
So we tried.
I'm gonna say that the Ford could have done this had an idiot like me been behind the wheel, but Andre was being nice to it. I think that's a fair thing to say.
Let's come down. So here's how the Ranger Raptor is configured. On the center console here, I have my four-wheel drive selector. It also has multiple functions. You can also use it for steering your to help you back up a trailer, but of course I'm not towing right now. What I am going to do is put it in neutral. I'm going to select for low because we're entering this crawly area where we have to go very slowly and very carefully. I also have this mode selector, and that's how I access my lockers. I have rear locker, front locker, I have trail control mode, which basically cruise control for very slow speed crawling. And then when I spin the knob, if you look at my gauge cluster, I can go between different modes: rock crawl, sport, towing, and slippery. We may have to use all of these modes, but I'm gonna start in rock crawl mode.
We are already in terrain mode, so I'm going to show you how to shift through that. But before we do that, let me show you these buttons. This is your rear locker, and I did trigger this when I was in two-wheel drive, I'm sure of it. And I'm going to experiment with this a little bit more. This is your front and rear locker. So there's off-road, there's tow haul, there's terrain, Baja, normal, and we're back to off-road. I'm going to leave it in off-road mode. But that does change a few things. Now, by the way, we have all this cool stuff here with the screens, and the screens give you a bunch of different things. For instance, we are at 11,600 feet. If we were in a naturally aspirated vehicle, it would probably have a little bit of a problem wheezing up here, but these trucks are doing okay. Here's the underside, and I'm gonna whoa-ya, car wash. Now, it would be better if I was moving and doing that, because I think maybe the air would help kind of get some of this goo off there, but so be it. It still works.
All right, dude, so it's time to do a tiny bit of rock crawling and figure out articulation and clearances. So try, ooh, I just nailed my side step. Oh.
That's what ours is.
No, but I don't have like rock slidey stuff. I have a step. Oof. Let me see how you handle the same route. Oh,
He's not gonna like this. My extra ground clearance has really helped.
I hit again.
I haven't hit yet. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying I haven't hit yet. All right, this rock here. Oof. This thing's doing all right. I think we found your comfort zone. No problems there. I haven't used the camera, but I'm a little too busy actually concentrating. Yeah. Oh, Andre, this thing did really good.
yada, yada, yada. I think what it comes down to is I have to pick my line a little bit more carefully, and I can go places, and you have a little bit more freedom. You can just kind of have more freedom.
If that's how you want to put it, that's fine with me.
Well, how would you put it?
I have conquered the boulder. I am superior. I am all that is men.
So we gotta make a decision. If you had a lot of money, which one would you buy? So by the way, so the base Ranger Raptor is $57,000. How much is yours?
As equipped, $69,000.
Okay, that's the AEV package,
Yeah.
right? But if you didn't have the AEV package, you would be on slightly smaller tires,
Yes.
33s,
Without the
and
armor.
you would subtract like $10,000 or $11,000.
Yes.
So now you would be closer. So at the end of the day, which truck would you choose?
That's a tough
That's a
one.
tough one. I mean, we didn't see a lot of crawling.
No, unfortunately, we just did a little tiny bit of crawling.
Yeah.
But when we did do it, I would say that the GMC seemed happier crawling. A lot happier crawling. Higher speeds, the Ford seemed much happier at higher speeds.
Yeah.
That stupid snow thing, it didn't matter. Neither one really did anything because neither one could do anything. But altogether, they have different levels of competency. I would say that if you liked adjustability, that's where the Ford is. It gives you a lot more hands-on capability in that respect, right?
Yeah.
But this thing will take care of everything for you. But this thing is a tech machine, right? It's like driving
And
a
not
space
all
shuttle.
of it is great, right? There's
Not
a
all
lot
of
of
it's great.
things you have to go through the screen to get to.
Dude, you have to go into the screen for headlight control and to turn the fog lights on.
Yes.
What?
I have to go through the screen to get my lockers turned on. Not great.
No,
all right,
that's not
but
great.
at the end of the day, I think I prefer the Ranger Raptor just a little bit more. I think it's great value to begin with. It's got lots of power, everyday usage, and also payload is much better than yours.
That is true.
So I think at the end of the day, I would still go with the Ranger.
I'm not allowed to say Nissan Frontier this time, am I?
No, it's not here. By the way, you're probably asking us where the Tacoma is.
And the Frontier for that matter.
Yes. That's to be continued.
Ah,
Yes.
I didn't choose yet, did I? Can I choose after the camera shuts down?
Yes.
Okay. See you guys.
It shuts down. Okay, choose.
Yeah, I'll choose the Ford.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.